I just want to share with you some of the City of Surrey processes in, I guess, carrying forward from where Jim left off this morning in terms of the infiltration systems that we've implemented in the South Newton NCP. I guess in terms of the regulatory processes, there's really three in our land development process. The first one being the servicing agreement process. That's where we go through the land development project itself, through the design process, and culminating in the servicing agreement, essentially a contract between the city and the developer. The second process is more on the site servicing or construction process or construction phase. The third one is through the building permit process. Normally that's not something that the engineering department at Surrey is involved with, but given how we've developed this system, we've had to partner with our counterparts in the building division to enable the implementation to be as efficient and effective as possible. As Jim mentioned earlier, the system that's been designed for this NCP has two components. There's the on-street system, which is going to be designed as part of the normal servicing agreement, site servicing. On top of that, there's still the on-lot system, and that's where my focus for the balance of my sharing is going to be focused on. We've had a series of projects within this NCP through different consultants. Of course, the first one may not have worked out as well as we like, and we've certainly improved over the process with subsequent projects. With our through the developers consultants, they provide the designs for the city staff to review. And sorry, just as a bit of a background, my staff and I are involved in just managing the land development process from early design to final design, and then with the contract. So when the consultant provides us with the design for the on-lot system, we've actually had some difficulties with that because it does limit the end user, the purchaser of the individual lots in terms of the house plans that they're able to decide on and move towards for the building permit application. Another route that we've taken is where the consultant just illustrates on our servicing drawings a typical design for these systems, and that does provide a lot more flexibility to the end user in terms of where that system is going to be located. And within this South Newton NCP and some of the other subdivisions that occur within the city, there has been, and there probably will continue to be, a greater demand for these RF9 lots, and these are single-family lots that are typically 9-meter frontages or 30 feet. So really, you don't have a lot of room to build a house on, as well as find a suitable location to construct one of these systems. As part of the process, we've discovered that it's extremely important that we have a restrictive covenant registered on title. By doing so, the property owner is aware that there is such a system that has to be constructed on their property. Another means of this RC is for us to ensure that the developer, as part of this servicing agreement, actually goes and fulfills his obligation by constructing this second component of the system on these private properties. And part of the RC document actually requires that the systems be constructed within 90 days of the building permit being issued. we're certainly putting efforts into making sure these systems are fully implemented in the end, because we certainly have full control for the on-street system. The on-lot system is a different matter, and that's where we have to continue to involve our billing staff. Another part of the servicing agreement process is that we have a specific letter of credit for these on-lot systems, and that's another incentive for the developer to make sure they actually comply and construct these systems in order to get their securities back. The second process was the site servicing process or construction. As with any normal subdivision servicing, the consultant is responsible for providing the adequate inspection of the works. The city will have our land development inspectors do periodic inspection as well. And with the final process that we have is with the building permit. The system that we have at Surrey is when the building division gets a building permit application, engineering does get a referral, and when we have a system or one of these infiltration systems involved with the application, we will make a specific reference back to and a response back to the building staff that they have to ensure that this on-lot system is constructed. We probably took an extra step here because with each of these property, we do have an RC registered on title, but we certainly wanted to make sure we coordinate well with staff within the city. One of the steps that we've implemented in ensuring that things are actually done well and done appropriately is to have a series of, I guess, milestones that the consultant has to deliver on as these systems are constructed on site. The first one is obviously the system has to be constructed first of all. So after that has been done, our consultants would go and do their inspection. If everything's been done as per their design, then they would provide us with a written certification on that first step. Our second step is to ensure that the topsoil, which is another component of the system, is properly placed on all the pervious areas, as well as providing the appropriate depth of topsoil. I think that's been a key component that we've learned through the East Newton NCP, where it makes a lot of difference. So once the topsoil has been placed, then we look to the consultants to provide a second and final certification to us. And throughout the whole process, the building staff will not issue an occupancy permit to the homeowner until these milestones have been reached and we receive that final certification. On top of it, I think it's getting a little bureaucratic, but this is a means that we've developed just to ensure that everything is done, is with the securities. The developer would not be able to draw down his securities until 75% of these systems have been constructed within his subdivision, with the final 25% only being returned to him after the entire subdivision has been completed. So this has been an ongoing process that's still evolving, that we're still trying to fine tune, but it's certainly one that we've learned over various projects as being a necessity. So this, as we stand today, this process has been working, and I assume it will continue.